Hi everyone, good morning if you're in the east like me. So Zaras here for another stream of Terra Mystica. I thought it would be fun to do Fire and Ice game. So they released a new Fire and Ice map on the site several weeks ago. So yeah, as I said, I didn't want to wait too long this week, so I invited some players around. FireX, who's a veteran of the game, has been playing on Snellman for a long time, and here he reached a high level of play. He plays all kind of games, good at many of them. I saw that he's playing La Granja. I haven't tried this game, but it looks fun. So yeah, FireX is a very good player. I know he said that he was kind of tired of the base map, so I think he was happy that we moved to the Fire and Ice map. You have CS23776 Junior. CS is the standing champion of the world of the WBC. Every time I hear this these letters, I always think of the World Boxing Championship. But that's not what it is. It's the World Board Game Championship. And CS won this tournament last summer as I think he played a Swarmling in the last game. So yeah, last summer he won in Terra Mystica this tournament. And very good player. Last summer he was really on fire. I thought for sure then that he will be number one of the site at some point. Don't know what happened then. Drop a little bit in the standing. My guess is that he's becoming old, a bit too old for this game maybe. So if you don't know CS, you might don't understand the joke, but he's younger than me, so that's the only reason why I'm allowing myself the joke. And then you have Mike Chike. Mike Chike is a very good player, a player that I appreciate a lot, and player that I have a lot of trouble playing against because he's always very creative, always have some new strategy to try. So very, very interesting player to play against. Very excited to play here on this Fire and Ice map with such strong opponents. I think it will be an interesting game. Alright, we are here in second position. Last week I took suggestion from the stream. If there's a faction that you feel you'd like to see in the game, please feel free to suggest it. It will be a pleasure to add it. CS first picked Cultist. Cultists on this map are less strong than on the two other maps, the basic map and the lake map. But cultists are one strong faction one way or another, so never a bad pick really. So here we are. Any suggestion of what you'd like to see in this game? There's like some feeder that we can see. We have Stronghold twice, the Stronghold event twice, which means that maybe it will be a lower scoring game, twice in the last 3 rounds. We have the Digging event, which might be good for a faction to play, say, Digging faction. Halflings are out of the equation here because already taken by Brown is already in the game. Could think of Darklings or Alchemist, but Black is actually a lot less strong on this map than the basic map. One of the interests of this map is that it emphasizes different colors than in the basic map. So in the basic map, gray and black were really, really strong, and brown. But in this map, it's more like red, yellow, blue, a bit green, everything different than the base map, which is really good. So Terry here is suggesting that we pick Dwarf, which is an interesting idea. Dwarves in this map are notoriously very bad. They are one of the worst faction on this map, but with landscape it might change things. Dwarf has an interesting landscape, and it's quite possible that it will change how they play on this map. So it's kind of a difficult thing to gauge. Yeah, so mermaid were put in. I think with these color configuration, mermaids are really strong here. It's a map in which mermaids are very, very strong. And it's not a bad setup for them. So yeah, this map. I wanted to talk a little about this map. We'll probably have some time during the auction too. But what is very characteristic of this map is this big central continent. So first of all, you see there's many islands, a bit like on Lake, but the feeling is very, very different than on Lake. All the seas are kind of small, always like the one, always one tiles of seas everywhere. One thing that makes it very different feeling than from Lakes is this big central island. Quite often the play in the early game often will be on this critical space. And it's often the case in many of the Terra Mystica map, I find, when there is an important continent, if you arrive to especially if this continent is kind of surrounded by sea, like this one, if you can build in such a way that you connect this one river with the other, so one coast with the other coast, it's usually really, really good. Ideally, one thing that mermaid, for example, that makes mermaid strong on this map is that they can usually easily do that. They will start here, say, and dig this hex, and that will kind of give them access to both sides of the central continent. He puts Nomad. Nomad are really strong on this map. One of the reasons is that the stronghold is strong on this map because you can connect many yellow hexes. So that's one also of the reason why fakirs are extremely strong on this map. Because of the position of the yellow hex. You see these 3 yellow hex and these 3 yellow hex are perfect position for fakirs, and also very good for nomads because nomad can really exploit them by using their stronghold here, for example. So, or these 2 yellows can be easily connected. So nomad will benefit a lot from their starting position and their ability to exploit the yellow hexes by using one of the way will be to use their stronghold. So I would say that the nomad stronghold on this map is a lot stronger than on the original map. On the original map I like to delay it, I like to build it late, but on this map it's worth often building earlier. So color-wise, we have cultists and nomads who are neighbor, and mermaids and dwarves who are different. What I think it means is that mermaids here are really, really strong because they have no neighbor color, and they are the best faction for this map. The bonus are good for them. They want to build their sanctuary and their stronghold late, so the track is good for them. I think here mermaid will be very valuable, so we'll kind of try to speed things up. I think this is madness, but I want to play dwarf. Yeah. Let's give a tick to Cultist. Wow. No one's want nomad. Maybe they all know I won't pick them, and so they are trolling me, not picking them. Alright. At some point I'll have to go nomad. It feels like so much to build on dwarf. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Mike took nomad. I think he got a really good deal. Alright. How do we play this? I will say that usually this hex is kind of key. Oh, because of what I said earlier. You want to be able to what you want to be able to do early on is to connect the two sides of the map. So there's, I think, 2 ways to do this here. Well, 3 ways, but really 2 ways. Either we start here and we're connected, but we have all kinds of problems to go to this side. Either we start here, which might be an interesting option, and take this blue hex very fast in order to kind of go from the east coast from the west coast to the east coast and be able to play on both sides of the map. I think that might be an interesting plan. If we start our other dwelling here, though, we still have difficulties to connect both. Still not sure how we do that. So as you see, the concentration of our brown hex are much more on this side. So probably we want to play on this side more. But that's it. The problem is we would like to play a little bit here too, but how do we connect? I mean, if we start here, also mermaids might start here with its second dwelling, and then this plan doesn't work. So yeah, an interesting idea. I really don't know. I like this starting spot. Maybe we'll have to double dig the red, which will not be really good. I say let's start here, and we'll see. We'll see what the others do. I'll expect mermaid to come here. We have the advantage of waiting for the others to place their dwellings. We'll see, for example, like that was pretty predictable again. Probably what the mermaid will try to do is pick these 2 hexes. Then we'll have to wonder, how do we feel about this one? Do we think that we need to hurry to pick it up? Possibly. So where goes the where goes our second dwelling? As I said, I'd really like to play on this side of the map, but it seems hard. And cultists here are an intriguing case because it's a good illustration of what I was saying. Like, if you can succeed to come from one coast to another, I think you'll be fine. But that's the whole difficulty here, is exactly to do that. Mermaid went here. So we have basically 2 choices here. Either we start here, and we kind of abandon playing on this side for a very long time at least. Either we start one of these hexes, and we kind of abandon the south. So both choices are possible. If we start here or here, the big problem will be connection. As you see, it's really hard to connect this dwelling with these dwellings. Alright, we're almost out of time. We'll have to decide. I'm curious about starting here. It may mean that we won't be able to connect. That's possible. Curious to see what bonus we get. Mermaid went with the shipping bonus, which is interesting. So what he has in mind, does he want to expand very fast, or did he just want to take it away from us? Maybe. I was kind of hoping I'll get it. Alright. Yeah. Going west was maybe the way to go, I don't know. It's true that here we might might have some problems. I think I kind of like the idea of going for this bonus, getting a lot of coins. And try. We'll see what we can do here. Don't have much hope for the spade in round 1, so we'll try to rather aim for the spade in round 2. It will be strategy. Yeah, Rainier is saying that the bid for Cultist was too high. It's very possible. We see like the starting position for Cultist was kind of really hard. Well, I've kind of missed. So I'm kind of away from the leech party here. It's not looking good. I won't lie. That's not a good start. Not a good start at all. Alright. I think we'll really have to boost the economy here. Yeah, we won't have much leech in the early game, but on the other hand though, we'll get leech later, so it's just kind of delayed leech. It's not, that's not too bad. So yeah, I went for air 2 here. I felt that I really needed some kind of economic boost if I want to have something in this game. So hopefully that will work. I'm curious to see what Nomad does. Maybe I would be surprised he opens Stronghold, but maybe he does. So Mermaid, I'd expect him to go Earth 1. Yeah. So alright, I don't think things are too bad here. So yeah, comments here. To see where mermaids put their dwelling before committing at the central continent. I was sure it was going there. When I went there, I knew that a mermaid was going there anyway. So the idea here was that I think this is an important hex for Cultist. I thought I would get some leech. I think it's still coming, but will be just delayed. So putting next to Dwarf, Robin Ripper, I think that would have been a very good idea. To see how things are turning out, I think that was a better place to go, really. I think that you're right on that. But again, it's not disastrous either. I think we will want this hex. Try to make a town, maybe like here. If we do, we may want to advance shipping next turn. I think that building 2 dwelling and a trading post will be what we will look for here. Yeah, I think that works. So I think passing is the right move, and we'll pass for. We'll go for the shipping bonus or the dwelling bonus. I think that both can work here. So yeah, why Earth 2? It's very circumstantial. So I have two people wondering why I went Air 2 here. The reason mainly is that I am in trouble. I'm trying to find a way to have a double dig in round 2. And that was not possible unless I take Air 2, so that was part of the thinking here. And the other thing was that there's a lot of air bonus on this game, so getting up on the air track seemed like a good idea. Next round, I'll try to... I'll definitely open with the double dig. Probably going for this, for the blue hex. Not sure if I advance shipping, but maybe. I was curious here if Fire X would advances shipping and uses bonus to get some hex, for example this one. But the way it's positioned, I think he didn't have much to expect from it. Probably that's why he didn't. Alright. Okay, interesting. Nomad is going here. So I was kind of threatening to take this red hex. Probably why you dig there. But we're still good, because we can still take the blue hex. That's what we are planning to do here. Signs, I'll definitely take the double spade. So yeah, I hope that kind of answered the question of why R2 was taken. I think it was kind of an emergency situation where we really needed an economic boost to do anything in this game, because there was no as you see, the positioning starts to be, people start to dig around, and I start to have some leech, but don't have many like close by easy hex to dig. So I was kind of in a situation where I had to delay a little bit, going for points in order to stimulate the economy. Because, for example, if dwarves will take this blue hex now, it's game over. We have nothing at all. While now we take this hex, we advance shipping, we build there, we build a trading post. I mean, we have plays. We can play here. We'll see how this evolves. One idea is to kind of develop this way, or north, one of the other. If say mermaids takes this hex very fast, maybe then just the town will happen here. Probably mermaids will end up here anyway. Right. So it will be interesting. I think you see Mike decided to delay a little bit taking Earth 1. He knows that I won't do a Sanctuary as my first turn because that will be disastrous, so he knew he didn't have to take it right away. Preferred to kind of delayed with 2 TPs. So it will be interesting to see how he follows up on that. It makes him, it gives him a good economy to start with. He has 4 workers, 4 coins. So it's kind of well diversified. It's not always what you want, a diversified economy, but sometimes it is. Oh, so FireX ended up still advancing its shipping. So he had a ton of leech and use it to both send the priest to water and to advance his shipping. Curious to see how he'll follow up with that. So I suspect Nomad wants Earth 1. Still. So everyone will have gone for Earth 1 and will have gone for the economic favor with dubious compensation, but we'll do what we can. Alright. So double spade is no-brainer here. We need this to stay alive. Although... wait a second. So the way everyone played... you see, no one is nowhere close to take the double spade, which means that we have all the time in the world to send the priest in air first. That's interesting. Is there any chance that dwarves hard dig the blue here? That will suck. Seems to me it will be really bad for him, but it will be so bad for us. I will have to take the chance, I think. If dwarf double dig, hard dig the blue here, we're dead. But yeah, it's such an expense early on. I can't believe he will do that, but maybe he will. I mean, otherwise, well, he still can bridge and do his city here. So curious to see how this will turns out. Some more leech. Alright, he sends his priest fire, we're good. I was like I was very nervous here. Clever in the end of the game. So upgrading ship and spade connecting blacks. Yeah, that could be an idea, but I think I really want this blue first. Then we'll see if we can get... I hope we can get the priest to advanced shipping, but we'll have to see. If we can get priest to advanced shipping, then maybe that's the plan. With what we get, we'll try to find a way to connect or something. So, go here. Nomad is continuing to build a bunch of trading posts. I wonder if he's due his first. Yeah, I wonder he's not none of his 2 dwellings remaining are next to someone, but otherwise I wonder if we would have go for 40 here. With money for life. Alright, Nomad's first temple. Earth 1, I bet. Not a big surprise. Or it's an important hex for him. It allows him to do a town here. Still have our connecting problem, but I think things are still looking better now. So we want to ship. Want the priest, want to advance ship. Take this brown hex. Maybe build a trading post. Use the round event. Suppose Nomad pass for the shipping bonus. Yeah. So I would expect him to take this brown early, maybe this one, and then extend. Right? We want to advance ship. We'll build here. Probably build a trading post, just to say. So here R2 is kind of paying off. We see we'll have 2 spades and we'll have 4 workers coming. So that's good. So trading post. Trading posts are always a tricky building. I'm preparing a strategic video actually here that will come out later in the week, where I explain that if you want to build an economy, you want to build it on dwellings. Trading posts don't really help to build your economy, just diversify it. But with cultists it's slightly different. You like to build up with cultists because it gives you cult steps. So here it has this interest here of forcing other to leech and trying to go up on this other cult, which will be important. So here there's an interesting question. What will you tree? We definitely want to build 3 dwellings at the least, and we'll have so that will cost 6 coins. I usually think it's good, although this will be definitely, this will be 5 points. How do we feel about this? Do we take this dwelling passing child for 5 points, or do we try to maximize resources early? Or even this one. We're doing 5 power. It's a tough call. But early on I like to have as many. In the first 3 rounds I'm usually aiming for resources. So we won't dig this one because Nomad will take it. Therefore this seems to be the obvious choice. And this one. Another option we have here. Well, let's see what Nomad does. I'm expecting the double spade. Oh, we double spade the black. Oh wow. That I didn't expect. So that's an interesting case of what I was saying here. Why did he double spade the black here? It's because, you know, we bridge. One very good thing about this idea is that he is connecting the north, or rather the east side of the central island with the west side of the central island. He's kind of bridged the 2 coasts. And that's usually really, really good when you can achieve. 2 spades are gone. So, kind of really tempted there to do is to advance shipping and go for this hex. Yeah, let's do that. So coins are always good. We'll be rich. I now regret not taking this bonus. I think if I knew I would have the 4-7 coin action, I definitely take this bonus. but it's okay. We'll go for something a bit... we'll have like very strong economy at the end of this turn. And hopefully we can use it. Yeah, exactly. The reason why I'm thinking about advancing shipping is that it gives us this X, and I suspect that this X will be kind of really key. First of all, it gives us some kind of ways of maybe connecting, because then maybe we can think about this, the red hex here. And it's always good to get free hex, so we kind of beat Nomad to this hex. It also gives us access to this one then. So yeah, it has a lot of upsides. Yeah, exactly. No rush in the rest. Nomad is not there, so it will be a while when it goes there, and I'm not even sure if it will go there. So we're not in any rush to expand here. Hopefully we can grab some hex in the east while we can, and see if connection happens as a possibility to us. Maybe we will be able to exploit the shipping bonus if we don't, someone else doesn't pass for us. Maybe probably Mermaid will want it too, but we know that we have no competition from Dwarves, at least on this account. So yeah, trivia question. What chat thinks that this is as an event? What will we be building here in round 4? I mean, won't really make a trivia. I just wanted to point out interesting things about this track. It's that since there's two build buildings event, and as Cultist we have absolutely no interest in building a big building here in this situation. To me, it's quite clear that we can build whatever we want here. We won't be building a stronghold or a sanctuary. There's no reason to do it. So you see that the next round is dwelling. Usually that will mean that you want to build trading posts to free some dwelling spot. Also, dwellings cost a lot of money. If you look at the ratio of the vanilla faction, say like dwarves, dwellings cost twice as much coin as they cost worker. With the temple, it's the most expensive ratio of coins. So if there's a structure that requires a lot of coins to build, it's actually the dwellings and the temple. So we'll try to build a temple and 1 or 2 trading posts in this round. That will be the plan, right? So let's steal this from nomads while we can. Wonder if it will reach it in the temple. So we'll try to build a temple and 1 or 2 trading posts in this round. That will be the plan, right? So let's steal this from nomads while we can. Wonder if it will reach it. Yeah, it did. All right. That's one. Whoops! I misclicked. I wanted to click on the Earth. If I like a coin on this, that's funny. If I like a coin next turn, I'll really regret this misclick. All right, so I prefer to take this one. There's really no rush for this one, and here I don't know. I don't think there was much rush for it, but I prefer to not take a chance and grab it as soon as I can. Alright, so everyone passed. We don't have anything to do left. What do we want? I would say usually the spade is always good. I mean, we're starting to have really options here. So everyone kind of hurried for the scoring pass bonus, which is normal. We are in the scoring stage of the game. But it's okay too. I mean, I'm not too worried. We'll have probably the problem of scoring at some point, but right now if we can find a way to connect, I think we'll be alright. I mean, all of a sudden, for this round, I don't know if you see it, but our game is really, really alive. There's so many brown hex that we can grab really fast. Like, for example, with one dig here, we can grab 3 hexes here. And with one dig here, we can grab 3 hexes here. So, to me, it looks like we have something here. Right, Namend went Stronghold. It will be interesting to see how he intends to use it. And we're definitely going Temple for Water 1, which we really need. Well, I suppose at that point we go Fire. What are your towning plans? Good question. I don't have any. There's one town that will be here, for sure. Now, we'll have to have a second town somewhere, but we can figure that out, honestly, I think, in the last round. Probably it's a 2-town game, I think. It might be here with these 4 ones. It might be here. That's maybe a bit ambitious, but that's what I hope. I think it's not that many digs either, so I think we can do it. That's basically what I'm looking for. So yeah, as I said, I really want to build trading posts here. We want to have as many dwelling free for next round as possible, and we also want to have a good coin income because our worker income is really set on the air track. Alright. Dwarf's trying to use this island. Interesting. Go for this. It's kind of an obvious trading post spot. The second one though might be harder to find. Where do we want to go here? Fire, I suppose. That will be the second objective. The next objective. I was thinking dwarves would develop on these 2 hexes much faster. Now, kind of waiting for him in order to build a trading post, a cheap trading post here. Yes, that's a very good summary, actually, of how I see it. That it's really science. Again, we have flexibility because there's twice the big building event, and we have, as cultists, our big buildings are not very good. They're expensive and they are more like scoring oriented. We want them in the last round, especially since there is no stronghold and sanctuary bonus here. So there's no reason, there's really absolutely no reason for us to build it here. Since next round is dwelling, we want to be set for that. And in order to do that, we want coins because we have already a good worker income, and dwellings cost a lot of coins to build, especially if you have to advance shipping. We might consider going 3 shipping here. I don't know yet. Yeah. Kind of tempted to go put the landscape here. Because, yeah, I still have this spade, and one idea to use it will be to put the landscape because I don't want to build structure. I don't want to build dwelling before the next round. I'm kind of tempted also to build a bridge this round. I mean, we want to wait, we want to have one of these basic bonus. All of them are good for us, really. So probably Nomad will get here before us, that's fine. Let's make sure Cult is not going away from us too far. Now, I think we can reasonably think we'll have a bridge. Seems to make sense. Then it means that we will have 2 more rounds to build a bridge if we want to build a town here. And that makes me wonder, like, is it silly to think about a 3rd town up here? It's not too expensive. Might be an idea. The only problem with this plan is it costs a lot of spade, obviously. Well, I mean, just two, if depending if the mermaid is going there. But most importantly, the problem I see is that we are not connected. And to connect, we have to spend at least 2 spade here. So yeah, not sure it's happening. It's happening. Now, how do we feel about the town here? I'm thinking out loud. Yeah, absolutely, that's a good point. Dwarves will want a bridge, so there's one bridge going there. But then, I mean, where does the other bridges go? Maybe dwarves want to build one here? It's possible. Or here, maybe. We'll kill the one on the bridge. But I think dwarves only want one bridge. Usually mermaid don't want any bridge, and I don't really see where they will put it. And I don't... well, I mean, nomad could want a bridge here. That's possible. So does dwarf need 2 bridges for 2 town? Oh, hi, Artaker. I hadn't seen you yet today. Depends what he does. I mean, he already has 3 dwelling here. It's not unthinkable to plan for a town here. It's too expensive trading post, or if we assume that he gets fire 2, then maybe he can build a stronghold here. So that's just one expensive trading post and an expensive dig, but then doesn't have to pay a bridge. So that could be a plan too for a second town. But I think that all what this tells us is that bridges might be kind of rare in this game. So still, there's only 3 bridges left in this game, and taking one now seems a good idea. So, about Cultist landscape. I think it's not very good. I think it's useful in some situation. Cultist is already a strong faction, so my belief is that they were trying to kind of nerf them a little with the landscape, giving them a landscape that is not so good. And I think that was a good idea. So, landscape. Can put it here or here. I'm hesitating between these 2 hexes. Here it's kind of more flexible, but it might be useless. It might end up not being useful at all. Because, well, the idea will be to go down this way, but maybe mermaids will want this hex. I don't know yet. We have a lot to dig, but what I don't like here, it takes a bridge to do this town, and also we don't have any neighbors, so it might be hard. We might want the sanctuary though here. You know what, we need anyway to build a trading post, and no matter what we do here, I don't think we'll have a neighbor. So might as well upgrade this one. Who knows? It's not impossible that we will do a town here. That will be like the ideal plan, really. To get a town here that allows us to connect. That's kind of a long shot. It's not impossible no man wants a bridge here too. I mean, could decide to bridge here and then town up here. Then that will be a mistake, but probably if he digs on this one, it means that he wants to town it this way and not bridge here. It will be interesting to see what dwarves do here. Yeah, I think both of these bonuses are equally good for us, so there's no rush to pass. But I think it's the time to put the landscape down. Where do we want this? It's very possible that mermaid will want this hex, so maybe it makes more sense to put it here. Yes, good question. Mermaid is, I think, he said he was surprised by my initial position. I think it kind of really put him in a difficult spot. Especially now that he lost this. He has one clear town here. Probably can use a special landscape to make a town here. That's what I would expect. So that's fine. Then, can you do tree? You always want tree town with mermaid, so can you do tree there? Maybe. We'll see. We'll have to see. Okay. So what do we want this round? We definitely want four dwellings. And we have all the map to build them. We have here, 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 here. So we're set on that account. We may want connect, which will mean getting this hex. That could be an ID. We might want a bridge, and hopefully we can pass for one of these two things. In an ideal world, we will advance shipping too, which means that these two hacks will be available too. So it seems that we probably have a long round coming. Alright, we'll have to do the bridge, so at least that's off our mind. So, oh wow. Nomad decided to take this. Well, like, yeah, I suppose it makes sense. I mean, he's trying to do a fort down here. And so he wants this four hexes, and he knew that I was interested in this one because it's the key to connection. So he went for this one. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't mean we won't connect. Maybe we can use the double spade on this one at some point. So probably we go here. So the idea here, we'll probably advance shipping. Try to make the most of our bonus. We'll try to keep an eye on Nomad. Maybe you can help me with that in order to pass. Like, we are just behind him, so we can just wait for him to pass to get his bonus. That's what I would like to have. Is brown south? Like, cool. Will be mean. It will be a good retaliation for what he did. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I should have gone for that. Well, I suppose I can at least advance ship. Let's see how it helps. Mainly as a way to score, but probably now he's taking this hex. That's fine. The 2 key town for dwarves. It's kind of a strange time to do it, but yeah, it gives them, I guess, enough points to justify taking it. Also, it's very likely that we'll do just 1 town, so I suppose that you want the 2 keys. Alright, you went for this hex. So it will seem that Mermaid is not interested anymore in this green hex. Oh, well, okay, I was wrong. He actually wants it. I'm not sure why he wants it for, but he wants it. Maybe he wants this hex, it's possible. Okay. How do we feel about nomads here? Yeah, nomad for 30 was a steal, I know. the second time I have this problem. It seems that no one wants to bid on Nomad. And I don't want to take them all games that I'm streaming. But yeah, Nomads are strong on this map. We could decide to stop him. Ah, he still has this stronghold ability, so we're not really stopping him. What happened here? Okay. Suppose I just build this drawing. Yeah. I suppose it's not a bad timing to send a priest here and see what Nomad do. Yeah. So he did build his dwelling here. So I was saying, like, see what will Nomads do. Obviously I want to pass after Nomads here because I want his bonus. But there was a question whether he will build his last dwelling, so he did. Here I'm kind of feeling like building an expensive trading post. We will need a lot of points next turn. That's a shame for it, but I think it kind of works. We might have to take the coin town. We'll see. There is the possibility that someone spied bridges. We are kind of vulnerable to this. So, plan is to build a bridge, build a sanctuary, or maybe maybe a stronghold. Maybe take this hex. You think the dwarves want the bridge? Why? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he wants. Yeah, I didn't thought about that. Yeah, you're probably right. I didn't see this. That's bad. I was sure I would be the only one who wants a bridge. I didn't talk about the bridge here. Yeah, exactly. Building count, that's a good question. So yeah. Alright, decided for the stronghold. We're good. We're still good. Building count, yeah. Well, we are behind Nomads. But second place is a possibility if we can connect. But connection is very expensive, so does it worth 12 points to connect? We'll have to gauge that. So Nomad is clearly winning this game. If you had any doubt, he's building 4 town this year. 4 town in a single round. That's a pretty good round. And yeah, I think definitely played well. It's kind of a good game to illustrate how strong Nomad can be on this map. So here comes the sanctuary with fire 2. So it's kind of a mystery to me still why he took this. I suppose he wants to go west. And what's the second cult is taking? Cult town is taking? Workers. Well, probably needs the workers for the 4th town, I would think. So let's take the bridge first. It's one of the feeder of the fire and ice map. As you see, like, you kind of bridge are more important. We build 3 in this game, and that's not unusual at all. I played a game on Snell recently with Nomad, and I had, I think, 3 bridge already with Nomad, so I built my 3 bridges by round 5. I had like 3 bridges, and the 2 bridges were fast, so it's kind of a map in which you will look for a lot of bridges because of the kind of structure of the map, of the central island being important but often kind of not sufficient to build your town. That's one of the reasons mermaids are often very strong on this map, because they don't need bridges, so it's kind of more efficient. Alright, so definitely go with this. We'll get, I think we go with the cult town here, which means we'll get 4 and 7 power, which means that we want to convert a little. So yeah, that's fine. Oh, did I miscalculate it? Oh boy, I did. Well, 1 power left. 1 power lost. Yeah. Too bad. Yeah, so as Arttaker says, giants can start here. It's a very, very good leeching spot. Same for Chaos Magician. Chaos Magician very strong on this map, and one of the reasons is that they have kind of interesting central spot. This one, this one, this one, all good leeching central spot, and that's often. Oh yeah, thank you, Earthkudo. Yeah, so I got 1 power because Mermaid declined my leech here. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, and giants can start here and have a lot of big leech. Actually, recently I played a game with Mike and CS on this map, in which I was giant and opened with stronghold here, and I didn't even have the occasion to use my stronghold ability. I didn't have enough power to use the 2 spades, and by the time in the first round, by the time I had my stronghold up, all the hexes around were taken. Can you believe that? So my stronghold was completely surrounded at the end of round 1, and there was nothing I could have done about it. So, but funny thing is, you might think it's bad, but it was so much leech that in the end it was able to still finish second. Yeah, is that good or bad? Well, both. Kind of both. Yeah. Alright. So how do we feel about connection here? Do we want to connect or do we don't care? I mean, connection is 12 points, I think. 6 probably. Because in one way we either do a stronghold and then we can forget about connection, I would think. Yeah. Or we can do a trading post and still want to connect here. Connection and stronghold? Well, connection is really, really expensive. Oh, you mean that that's both what they get? Yeah, actually I think I'll go for connection, because connection, yeah, it's about the same kind of number of points, but also get points for the trading post if I do a trading post instead. And connection kind of take points away from others, so that's good. Yeah, I think we ended up with the same reasoning here. Yeah, connecting is denies opponent points, and still I'll score with the trading post. I think it's okay. hard to see where it leaves us in the end of the game, but will we have done enough to avoid finish last after this disastrous start we had? I'm confident for... yeah, I think... second place is likely, I would say. I mean, third place is likely. So FireX still has a town here. He's making points with the trading posting. So I don't see any reason not to send the priest here. Unless I'm wrong. Now, here's what we'll do. Let's town up first. Do we take the priest here? Yeah, I think the priest is good. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even thought about that. That the landscape kind of give me a kind of edge on the water cult against mermaid. And same thing with getting the priest here. I can maybe tie mermaid here and actually beat him. So landscape might serve us good here. Yeah, if we can finish second, I mean, it's a long shot. I'm not sure we'll get it. But if we can finish second, I will be more than happy with this game. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize he had a spade in his bonus. So, we'll tie on network. I think we still get it on him. Yeah, I think we'll each that actually. Do we? No, I don't think we do. So I was thinking about leeching because I wanted this priest action with the power on the cult, but actually I think that I can get the priest action without leeching. So I think that now you can see I'm slightly ahead of CS. He has 11 points more, but I'll pass for 4 here and 6 here. So he's only 1 point ahead. We're tie on network, and he has I'll have a little bit more on the cult, so that should be alright against CS. What about FireX? He's building a town here, so he's getting at least 9 points. He's getting at least 6 passing points. This is the past trading post. But we are ahead of him on network, and we are really ahead also on the cult, so maybe that's enough. Yeah, he went for the priest. We'll see if he decides to use it to... oh, he was already at 5. So those priests are going to the priest track. Probably on Earth, I think. So same dilemma, same reasoning. We decline this. Maybe Nomad can go for the priest, I don't know. Still needs to advance his shipping. So probably doesn't, so we decline. I suppose securing... I feel like securing water is the play here. But let's see, if I go on Earth, then you can send it there. Then I get the priest, and then what does he do with his priest? Yeah, that's funny. I think going to Earth is actually the play here. Because Maybe you'll have to send... If he falls into the trap and send 2 priests to water, then I'll get up. Because sending 1 priest to water doesn't help him. He needs to send 2. And if he sends 2, then I can take the priest. He could do a temple, but that will lose 2 points. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but I think that's the right move. Strangely. And I think the right move for him is actually to go up Earth here, not water. Because if he goes water with his 2 priests, then I go with the priest action and top it here, and since we are equal with both, with the cultist landscape, I end up winning both cults. So what he has to do is actually send his 2 priests to water. And as Babak predicted, he preferred to go for the trading post, which probably was the right play. That means that we'll have a decent score on the cult here. Okay. Nomads need to advance shipping. But you still could use priest, but this priest doesn't really change anything. I think I have to pass here. I mean, he needs to send 2 priests on the track to... And even then, I mean, because of the landscape. So yeah, I pass. Alright. So I think, yeah, it's very, very good game from Nomads. Like, in any game, when you succeed to build 4 towns, I mean, you have definitely achieved something. Very impressive game overall. Especially since it's not like in the game where you had no opposition, no color opposition. Brown was there, we were there, so just next to him. We picked an important hex here for him, and this hex too, which is kind of important, and still managed to build his 4 towns, so that's definitely well played. As for myself, I think it's kind of a good result, I think, overall. I'm happy. If I'm not mistaken, I'm second, and I think that considering the difficult initial position, it's probably either I didn't place well my initial dwellings, either I misjudged the value of Cultist here, but at first it didn't look good, and to finish second here I think it's a really good result. So we definitely had a low score game. So yeah, I think, I hope you enjoyed this game. I think it was a lot of fun. Let's check at how points were earned in this game. So yeah, I think in hindsight, I'm really happy with this decision to go to Air 2 here. Almost got us shot. I mean, in the end, we are not that far, 7 points. If Nomad doesn't get this last down, could have we done something about it? I don't know. But if Nomad didn't get this 4th down, I think we were there. We're right there. And I think, yeah, picking Air 2 in order to kind of stimulate the economy in a difficult position was the key, really, in this map, in this game. Yeah, so also connection, as Rainier is pointing out, without connection here, I mean, it's such a big swing. It's a 6-point swing on dwarves. So yeah, I would have lost second place there. Yeah, absolutely. On this question, I'm trying to follow two chat at the same time. So yeah, the replay is on Twitch, and it will be also on my YouTube channel. Just write it here, and just before we conclude here, I'll check what we can conclude. Oh wow, I was really slow. That's because I'm streaming at the same time. But I wanted to check the victory points here. Thank you, Rikiri. I hope it was interesting, and hope you guys appreciated the video. Just to conclude, I wanted to look at how victory points were earned. So scoring tiles, Nomad was able to really exploit it more than everyone else. That's funny. We all did kind of the same for all the 3 other factions, but Nomad was able to score a lot through scoring tiles. He played the track much better than anyone else. It was not a rich track. It was kind of because of the 2 similar events, the 2 struggled SA events. But so 29 is kind of normal score, and that's what explained the low scores. So favorite tile, we obviously had less than others because we didn't go for Earth 1. Bonus were kind of well split. That's interesting. So mermaids, even if you got 5 ships, that's more or less the only bonus point he did, getting him to 22. And if we look for towns, that's more or less the same, except for dwarves, who went only 2 points with his 2 key town. Wonder if that was the right decision. That's another thing that we can wonder in the end. Like, would he have used the extra points? What if maybe then you lose the fire call? Maybe I win it. What's the result of that? It's hard to gauge, really. Area, so it was again Nomad benefiting from that. As Mike was saying here on this chat, Nomad doesn't have much innate scoring, so they really need to find ways to generate points. So here he was able to do it with network, with favorite tiles, and with playing the towns, obviously, and with playing very well the track. And yeah, that's it. So we got a lot from shipping in this game. We used the pass shipping bonus twice or I think maybe twice, maybe 3 times, but I think twice. Yeah, it was a good thing for us. So I hope you had fun watching the stream. Again, it will be, you can watch the replay. If you want to see the whole game, you can watch the replay on Twitch, or our option, I'll post the video on YouTube. I try to do some editing on YouTube now, so videos are a bit shorter in order to have a better experience. I hope that's interesting. Also on my YouTube channel, I'll try to release a strategic video this week. I was talking about it a bit earlier. It will be about the economy of Terra Mystica. So if that's the kind of subject that you might think interests you, you can check that out. Is Lake next? I think next time we're going back in the arena. Hopefully there will be more people who reach the Elite League. I'm waiting for you back there. I think hopefully you can make it. But maybe eventually we can do it, yeah. But I think it's important to kind of... that's kind of the idea of keeping track of the arena season. So next week we will come back to the arena, and then maybe we'll do something else. So yeah, I don't know about the timing though. At the time you said you are not available, but early. But if there is more demand, could be a bit later. Could be moved a bit later. Originally I was working in the afternoon, so I couldn't do it. But I was able to move my schedule around, so could be later. If I see that people will prefer it later, then maybe we'll move it later. So yeah, a good point about nomads. Hopefully next time, well, next time I'm telling you, I'm bidding on nomad. I don't care. If I've played many times in a row, I think. We haven't seen them 2 weeks in a row, so next time will be okay. Alright, so I had a lot of fun playing this game. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you at the latest next week in the arena. If I have time, I might do some kind of an announced stream until then. So thanks a lot to Mike, CS, and FireX for a very interesting game, for being there. It was a very good experience for me, and I hope it was for them too. Alright, so have a good one. Bye bye.